Yeah!
Come on! Come on! India fans are roaring all across the planet right now. Congratulations to Team India. Congratulations to you, Didi. Congratulations to you, Varnata, and to you, Yathat, and to you, Kunal and Sanika, and everybody else involved in cheering on Team India. Of course, day 5 just finished at the Oval. The test is done, and it's win number 2 for us. We go in to Old Trafford 2-1 up. First of all, just because they're about to announce it, so I'm going to start with this. Yes, Chuck there, India, indeed. Chuck there. That's right. We're going to chuck it all up in the air. We're getting ready to go crazy right now. Man of the match. Who would it be in your eyes? Didi, quick one.
Definitely, I would love to see Shardul Thakur to be termed as the man of the match. And I mean, see, it's a very tricky situation out here. I mean, Rohit Sharma is an equal contender for the man of the match. But the only thing which everyone want, okay, it's out. Rohit Sharma is the man of the match. It's out. Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
hold on. Is it official? Rohit Sharma?
It is official. Yeah. It's official.
Okay. But would you not have given it to Bumrah, Varnata? Or would you have gone with Thakur?
I think I'll give it to the Team India. I mean, it was a team effort. And if someone from Bharat Army should win it, it should be Yatharth.
Yeah.
Continuously jinxing it the whole day today. I mean, look at his Instagram stories. It's just about England.
Yeah, but what's so good about Yatharth's strategy is he changed it as the game went on. He went with jinxing, reverse jinxing, outside swing jinxing, inside swing jinxing. It was like he tried every technique ever. Lord Thakur, says Anmol as well. And yes, Thakur the Lord, says Nihad. Thank you for your comments coming in. What a game, says Bobby. And yes, you're right. It was a great day. And all throughout the day, the thing being said across all the commentary, across all the professionals is what a day of bowling, and India deserved this win. I think we need to take a moment and go, England didn't throw this away, okay? Yeah. You could argue they might, what? Actually, you tell me, Kunal, did England throw it away? Or is it just pure India skill?
We completely snatched it from them. I think they had it, like we were all constantly talking about how the pitch is not going to support our bowlers, but our bowlers didn't even make us feel like, it was not a bowling pitch. The way you can see the bowling yard, like the way Umesh Yadav bowled, Shardul bowled, Bumrah with those. I'm so happy, not just as an Indian fan, but within 13 days IPL is going to start, and as a Mumbai Indians fan, I'm so relieved. The kind of deliveries, and if he can do this in, with such batting friendly pitches, he can surely do well in T20 as well. But then really brilliant. I think those wickets were really crucial by Joe Root was picked by Shardul and Bumrah. I even like this time that we finished off the tail quickly. I think that was a concern before getting into the series completely. The tail we used to get down to 5-6 wickets, but then the tail used to whack till the end. I think we didn't even let them do that. And a lot of pressure was being added. Like I remember mentioning this. As soon as 1 or 2 wickets would fall, Virat and Rishabh would just get under the nose of English batsmen, and that's what they did. Yeah,
By the way, what did I say yesterday?
Oh, God, Varnata.
By the way, what did I say yesterday? Let's believe in the skills, just the positivity is required.
Yeah.
Okay, hold a minute. Varnata, I've actually got a list of all the things that you've said here. Let's look at your success rate, your hit rate. We're currently running on about 1.5% because the only thing you got in your favor is the fact that you said one thing. No, I'm kidding. Listen, we all believe and we're all getting behind the team, and there's been lots of predictions, lots of talk, but that's what we do. We're cricket fans, we're India fans. We're going to talk about it. Yatharth, why did we win today? Why did we win?
I believe it was a team effort. We were pumped up with what we did. After the first session, I believe the win was just too far away from the hands. We just picked only 2 wickets, out of which one of them was a run out. And I believe, we would be able to get 3 to 4 more wickets, but that would be end to it. But the way our Indian bowlers bowled, I believe second session, it determined the way which the team India was going. We were actually pumped up. The sledging came in, Virat Kohli going after Joe Root. I remember what he said. He said, just 1 wicket away, and we know what happened in the Lords. So that what happened, and I believe it was the team effort. Shardul Thakur, he should have been the man of the match for me, because India were down and out at the first innings. We were at 120 for 8, and then he came in, he smashed this 50. Second innings came again and smashed another 50 and 60. And the way he got wicket of Joe Root, I felt that India have tasted the blood, and now we are going for the kill, and we are going to win this match. So super proud of the team, the way they fought it, because I really never believed that we could have extracted a result in our favor on day 5. So, and it's after 110 years India have won a game at the Oval. Last time we won it was back in 1907. So history has been created. Maybe we just continue, or we even if we even tie the game in the next, we will create history in England, winning after such a long time. Then I believe it would be kudos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
absolutely
again
right.
we win the match, and we have not won the toss.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the
that's the main thing.
so
initial
we won the
point.
match. We didn't win the title. DD, right? Let me ask you something. We had a significant run lead for them to chase, but that's not beyond England to chase. England are capable of chasing. We were saying this morning,
Yeah.
it's not over. Every outcome possible. In the end, we win by whatever 157 something like that runs, which sounds convincing. But it could have still gone the other way. I'm not taking anything away from the win. What I'm trying to say is this wasn't a whitewash. England are capable. They're a quality side, but we won. Why?
What makes most significance about this win is that if you remember, we were trailing by 99 or 100 odd runs in the second innings when we came out of it, and from that to winning it from 157 runs, I think that is absolutely commendable, because you have to first, because we know that our openers were in good form, Rohit and Rahul, but the start which they provided on the first time when they came out to bat, I think we were 43 for no loss. Overnight, when the next day we came out to bat, and on that day we just lost 3 wickets: Rohit, Rahul, and uh, Pujara. So
Right.
from there, the innings that Rohit Sharma played, and from there to, and just not Rohit Sharma actually, just not Rohit Sharma. From Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli made contributions. Cheteshwar Pujara, he is again looking back in form. Maybe absolutely not in the perfect nick which he used to, but he's still getting there. And Shardul Thakur again coming in and stepping up and scoring that 50 along with that 100 in partnership with Rishabh Pant. And again, Umesh Yadav and Bumrah putting on equally good with the bat. Like your tail ender, especially an Indian tail ender who's giving you 25 and 50 runs. That is absolutely commendable. And from that position to winning it by 157 runs. And again, today, overnight we were 77 for no loss, and we needed a wicket yesterday, but which we didn't get yesterday. But today also, I think it was a 100 or 90 odd run stand for the opening wicket. So that India, see, when India were 36 all out in Australia, we bounced back and we won the game in the next test match. We drew and then we won. We were 78 all out, and again we had a collapse in the second innings. We got lost 9 wickets for 63 odd runs. So we know we are a team that knows to bounce back, who can bounce back, and we are the most lethal when we have our backs against the walls. And that we just needed that one wicket, the opening wicket of and again Shardul Thakur, the beautiful ball which he bowled to Rory Boswell, which was quite unplayable. So that we just needed one breakthrough, and after we got Shardul Thakur, that brain freeze moment happened from Hasib Hamid where he ran out David Malan and this beautiful bowling spell by Jasprit Bumrah. I think this was the best bowling spell Bumrah has bowled in his entire Test career yet.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's our bowlers who have absolutely made this game out of.
Right, that's what I was trying to get to, thinking, right, so it's, why are we in this position? Why are we in the winning seat right now, which feels so good? But it was interesting there about everything you were saying, Didi, is you're mentioning so many names, because there's clearly so many aspects to our game now.
Complete team effort. It was a complete team effort.
Yeah, it's a 360, but not only just effort, like team greatness, a full team greatness. Like, but we said this morning, Amish and all the Bharat Army guys are like, back our bowlers. We did, we did back our bowlers. We backed Bumrah. But even hearing Joe Root talk right now, Joe Root saying when Bumrah came out bowling, that was the turning point. It was almost like his bowling lifted everybody else to perform. So we do need individual stars for a team performance to come about. Your thoughts on that? Like individuals shining to make the team?
Well, individual milestones are something that this team doesn't consider. We saw that, Virat mentioning in the press and Rohit even. So we are not considering. It's a team effort. Test cricket is one on how much you can contribute in partnership and how much you can bowl in brilliant spells. So we saw a spell between Bumrah and Jadeja, and that turned everything. We got Bairstow, Pope, and then Moeen Ali. I believe that was a turning point. Yes, Joe Root mentioned that when the ball started to reverse and India used it beautifully, that was a turning point. But overall, it was a team effort. Shardul Thakur, I mentioned before, and even Virat and Rishabh, with those contributing 44 and 50 runs, I believe it was a whole team effort. If we look at the Lord's win or at the win at the Oval, I believe the way this team has grouped again and bounced back is something amazing. And one thing which I would like to add again, if this game could have been ended in a draw or England might have won, then everything will come out straight on Virat Kohli that poor team selection, poor this, Ashwin not playing, and each kind of troll coming. I even saw a lot of trolls coming out yesterday that Virat doesn't know how to use his bowler. So that's another thing which fans need to show trust. If the team management has went in before paper, definitely they have thought something. We know what Ashwin can bring on the table, but I think that the fans still need to believe in this team. They still lack that some kind of trust in this skipper.
Yeah, when you're at a barbecue and you got your paneer on the skewer, you got to rotate them at just the right moment. Keep them all warm, keep it all brown. You can't have one burning, right? You know where I'm going with this. Vernata, the way in which Virat Kohli turned the skewers of his bowling paneer was beautiful. He managed the team. Tell me about him. I know we're all fans of Virat Kohli, but I know what he means to you, being a Bangalore fan and all that. But the way in which he managed it, actually, great management. And he's up against another captain who's regarded as one of the best players in the world.
So, being before a Bangalore captain, he's our Indian captain, and that respect I have for him. No matter who is the Indian captain, as an Indian captain, I respect him, and even during his thin times, we are there with him as fans. So, yes, brilliantly he rotated the bowlers today. When he bought Shardul Thakur, we got a wicket. When he bought Umesh, we got a wicket. And the kind of energy he was having on the field. I mean, we were knowing that nothing is there on the pitch. We cannot win it. Like there is nothing there now. Now it's just the draw or England winning it. England might win it because there is nothing on the pitch. But then at last, the kind of energy he was showing on the field, and that just boosts like the whole team confidence. It's just not that Kohli is boosting that confidence, but the whole team is performing that time, and that's the kind of energy which we need from the captain to motivate everybody out on the field, whether we are losing, whether we are winning. But then Kohli has a kind of mindset where we are going for a win. He's like a lion and he wants to go for the win. He is hungry that we need to win this, no matter how we are winning it, but we are winning it. And at the end, we know the result, what it happened.
Lovely. It all worked out well in the end. Kunal, standout performances for you and Sanika. Who do you see, as well as your Bumrahs? Anyone else you think we need to shine a light? It's almost like shout out time. We're at the end of the party. Massive shout out. Thank you to you. Thank you to you for coming. Cheers, Thakur. Great work, Shardul. Great work. Who do you want to give a big up to?
So I think we all are talking about Rohit Sharma because he won the man of the match as well. We are talking about Shardul, we're talking about Bumrah as well. But I think we are forgetting Umesh Yadav. He's coming back after a long time and he contributed really, really well. And picking Joe, I think the way match shifted in the first innings, when we came out to bowl, I think that time we were on the back foot. But then Umesh Yadav picked up Joe Root and that's where they actually started going down. So I think that was one really important wicket for. I think so. Umesh Yadav was the real turning point in this match for us.
Right, key turning point. Is it too early to start looking ahead to Old Trafford? Can we talk about, or do you want to? No. Would you prefer just
talk later?
Okay, we'll talk. Okay, let's talk more about the game then.
Let's sink in the win.
Your thoughts? I'm not ready. Later. I'm not ready. Wait. I need the memo. But DD, we got a world-class side. I mean, you guys, particularly more so than me, have been following the team and the ins and outs of it and the inner workings of it for many years now. How does this India side rank, DD, in terms of the ones you've seen of the past?
So after we won the Australia series, everyone was saying this is the best Indian test side which has ever played the game, because the kind of performances that came out of Australia, knowing your the most important batsman is not going to be a part of the series. Virat Kohli, who was not, and yet we won that series. So it's not about in India, we are obsessed with a certain players. We love some people, set of fans. We love Rohit Sharma. Some people love Virat Kohli, and there's very less fan base of the other cricketers, considering on a whole. But now what has happened is people are started to talking about Mohammad Siraj after the Australia series. Akshar Patel came in the England series at home and he blew England side away. And now Shardul Thakur from Australia to England. That's the best thing, right? He's performing overseas. He has just played, I think, 4 tests, and he has created impact in 3 tests apart from his debut test. In Australia, he won. He had an absolute amazing innings at the Gabba. Again, in this test, first test match, most of us, we don't remember Shardul Thakur even played the first test match because that was a no-result test match. He got 2 wickets in 2 innings. So he actually had 4 wickets in the first test match, and he also got the prize wicket of Joe Root there, which was also a turning point why England, why we were in a commanding position after on day 5, but it was washed out due to the rains. From there, taking again 3 wickets in this test match and scoring 50s in both the innings. Yes, Rohit Sharma played that one innings where he got us out of the jail, because if that innings, he wouldn't have played that innings. Even if you remove 50-60 runs from that innings, I think it would have been a major concern for the Indian team, because you can't always rely on Bumrah and Umesh to come and score runs for you at the end. So the kind of knock which he played, I think that really sorry to cut you off. So the kind of knock which Rohit Sharma played, yes, that deserves to be a man of the match. But yes, Shardul Thakur has been that one all-rounder who has actually made the game, and the reason why we have won is one of the main reasons is Shardul Thakur today.
Yeah, you're right. And I want to know what they served up at lunch, because it was after lunch that it all happened. I'm like, whatever served up, because it can go one or two ways at lunchtime and break time. We've seen it happen, and who gets their rhythm when they come back. But it was after lunch and we saw that brilliant play. Let's read out some of these wonderful messages. Nihal says he's going to be a great all-rounder in the near future. Our tailenders as well doing a great job. There are just so many aspects to the game now. Akshat says, Bharat Army, we need to party soon. It sounds like you're probably partying already, Akshat. So we'll catch you up. You keep going. Umesh says the wicket of Root is a timber. It was the best moment. That sound, and knowing that we've taken out the captain, and again, that's twice we've done that. Don't forget, only a little while ago, a couple of tests ago, we were saying, God, Joe Root, he's untouchable, he's indestructible. He's just got that amazing mind. But we've broken him. We've broken him, haven't we, Didi?
Yeah, so if you see in the first innings, that was an absolute peach by Umesh Yadav, the way he bowled Joe. He got bowled in the second innings as well. But when you see his dismissal in the second innings, that was a very average ball bowled by Shardul Thakur. But a lot of credit has to be given to Thakur for that wicket, even despite being an average ball, because the kind of confidence he was carrying in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
right.
Even if he's not bowling at that spot, yes, he's at the top of the game, and still he can make wonders out of that average ball. And he played on. I mean, if I think Gurkirat had tweeted this, and I really related with that tweet. He had mentioned that the bowl, Joe, everyone knows Root is a brilliant player of the backward, and a lot of runs has been coming in the third man area when he has just nudged that ball to the third man area on his backward, and that is the exact way where he got out. So he is playing his favorite shot. He's playing the shot that has helped him score the most runs in this Test series. But comes Shardul Thakur, he challenges him. He bowls exactly there, and he exactly gets out in that position. So that is a brilliant kind of performance, which confidence that Thakur has shown in the Test match.
Yeah, and we are forgetting Mayank's that throw, which happened at run out.
That was a gift. That was a gift. We should all say thank you, Hasib Hamid, for opening the gates of. There was no run there whatsoever.
Yeah. But then equally, just to balance it out, we had a drop catch as well. Quite an easy one. So the luck can go both ways. It's making the most of those opportunities, and we definitely did that and made the most of our play, the most of our bowlers. And let's not forget, like you said, we had a poor first day, but that big run score that we got, that was so needed. And again, super play all round. So the real question is, how will you be celebrating right now? What happens tonight? I'm in London. It's only 5:30. We've ended early, so we can start to celebrate already. Varnata, how will you be celebrating?
I have ordered a biryani in the evening and I'm excited for the win. I'm going to have it now.
You're going to have what now?
Biryani.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. So you're going to treat yourself to it. Have you already made it? Has someone made it? Is it a victory biryani that's sitting there in the pot? And you're like, had we lost, you would have just gone, throw it away. Throw the biryani away.
Actually, I ordered it in the evening and I was waiting for this victory. And post that, I was like, okay, I can have it peacefully now, sinking in the victory and then have the tasty biryani.
Okay.
Let's go to Bangalore now.
Yeah, I think how we are taking a flight to Bangalore and going at Varnata's place to eat that biryani.
Yes.
Turn up at a door. How will you be celebrating? Kunal and Sanika, what are you doing? What are you doing tonight? Or how does this go down?
I think after the show, I think we might actually order something from outside because we didn't really anticipate this win. As I said, we thought it would be mostly a draw since England were actually.
He anticipated it.
That's why I say positivity.
Yeah. And,
and you thought, is there anyone you want to jinx as part of your celebration?
There is a problem with jinx. It doesn't work more than one game in continuous. So we have to look someone else who can do the jinxing. But coming down to the celebration, the best way it can be, I will search down in my phone where is my Swiggy and Zomato, because there has been a while because I haven't ordered something from outside. So now it's time, and now I'm going to watch all the highlights back again. So I think my night will go out well.
It's like Yatharth has a proper guideline, a proper textbook about jinxing. Like, no, this doesn't work this way. It has to be said this and this way. I think.
And he says it like we all know, like he's Harry Potter. Like, no, you can't use the jinx twice, whatever. And now he's gonna rewatch it and pretend he's watching it for the first time. So it's great. Why not, Yatharth? Enjoy it. But you know what? You might develop a bit of a reputation as being like a jinxer, and then before you know it, people are coming to your door. You could charge money. You say, 500. I'll jinx your ex-boyfriend. I'll jinx your ex-boyfriend. You want me to jinx him? Was he out of order? No problem. I can sort it out. Didi, I'm sure you'll be happy just to keep on analysing this great game and this great test of cricket, surely, for the rest of the celebrations.
Definitely. See, everyone is happy back home and also in England, because this is a win which will give a lot of confidence. I mean, after the Lord's Test match, the way we lost at I think Headingley, it was a very disappointing loss, and we came back. So the only thing which I'm concerned, yes, I don't know, I want to keep the positivity around, as Varnata always says, but the only thing which I'm concerned is we don't really want to put this win so up at the top that because the job is not done yet. See that if you see, we are at a situation where we cannot lose the series now. So that is a very good thing. We won't be losing. We won Australia. We beat England at our home, and we won't be losing when we went to England. So we can't lose right now. There's one more test match to go, and it's time to create history. I mean, God knows. I mean, we have not won a series in England. And this is a perfect chance. We were talking about that. This is a perfect chance for India to win the series this time. Although that backfired against us because we didn't perform in a couple of test matches, that we are going to win this test match. But the kind of confidence our players have shown, although our middle order are still a concern, although we had a good 400 run score in the second innings when we batted. But again, I don't want to name those few players, but yes, some players' forms are yet a concern. So keeping all that in form, our bowlers are coming up and joining the party. So still we have to win at Old Trafford, Manchester. And if we do that, and we are capable of doing that. It's not that we are just blowing things in the air. We are capable of doing that. So yes, the party, that will be the bigger party when we win the test series at Manchester. But again, nothing to take out of this win. Absolutely happy. And yes, Varnata, if you could send some biryani here, that would be really awesome.
So before the show ends, I want to tell two things. One, Yatharth was watching as an England fan. That's why he's going to watch the repeat. And we will not talk about Virat Kohli and his tosses. Like, I will not talk on this show. That's why he's doing well.
Okay, fine. It's official. We've got all the jinxes and the cursing and stuff out of the way. But knowing India play sometimes best, like you say, with their back against the wall, is going into this final test one up. That's not a back against the wall situation. Kunal and Sanika, do you think that could potentially take out our fighting edge off the game? I mean,
so actually that even happened after the Lords win. So we're really hoping that doesn't happen this time. I think they've learned the mistake after the loss after Lords. And I think, again, this shouldn't really shift our focus from the fact that in the first innings, our batsmen didn't really perform that consistently. So, so usually what happens is, after such wins, we usually tend to forget on those little mistakes that we did. So we should not, but like Drupad mentioned, a few players, let's not name them, but then the form has been a concern and we should really focus on their form as well. Either get them back in form or replace them with some better players.
If my wife was here in this job, doing what I do, she wouldn't forget the little things. She's that kind of person. She's like, do you remember 3rd of October, 2014, you said this. I'm like, wow, how do you do that? It's like a hard drive. File. Yep, here's the evidence. So good she's not here, so we can just look back on this whole tale and go, oh, we're all great. And it has been great. It's been superb. And the sun was shining. And whenever I had the TV on and I was watching it, you could hear the and I'm trying to work out the chants from through the TV speakers in the distance. And it's great to see so many of our friends and our family members all in the audience. Let's cross over now to the boys, who are boys and girls and anybody else. Apologies now. There will be screaming, there will be shouting, there will be lots of brown people jumping around going crazy. More than likely. I haven't seen what they're like. But let's cross over now to the Oval and check out the Bharat Army.
Good evening from the Oval! Welcome to day number 5. I'm at the Oval, and we're 2-1 Listen. We did it at Lords, and now we've done it at the Oval. How do you feel, Akshay?
Unbelievable. This is one of the best test victories I've ever seen India do, purely because we shouldn't have won today. Everyone said we shouldn't have won. It's a road. We made it look easy today.
Abish, listen, lost the toss again, got out for 191. Did you ever think we'd come back on the 5th day and take 10 wickets to win?
2 things to shout out. Our batting in the second innings and our bowling in the second innings. As Akshay said, day 5, road for our bowlers to do what they did today. Special victory, man. Special moments.
This is definitely a victory for the bowlers, Akshay, isn't it? Yeah. The bowlers are amazing, absolutely amazing.
The bowlers are amazing. Just beat Bumrah, those Yorkers, bringing T20 cricket to outsmart Johnny Bairstow. But I want to give one shout out as well. Underrated Shardul Thakur. Not only did he bat amazingly, but he started off the wicket domino effect with Burns, and he took Joe Root. Come on!
Listen, right? This is London, by the way. This is London, right? And all you saw today was a sea of orange, white, and green. Come on! Where's your Barbie gone? 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 Now listen, guys, we'll see you in Old Trafford for the 5th test, but we're 2-1 up. Come on!
Yep, the Barmy Army, the English fans, have left quietly. They're on the train, they'll be on the bus, the double-decker bus maybe, reflecting on the day. You know, like, I'm taking a moment to put myself through their feelings, because I can stop that at any moment and go, I'm on the winning side. Okay, so it's lovely. We can step away from it. But we've often been at the raw end of it. We've often felt your own collapses. You often felt your own team crumble. We ride those emotions as fans all the time. It's so nice to see a team perform. And we questioned it. We did all that. We questioned for everything from the very beginning, the lineup, the players being brought in, the changes and everything. We question because we don't know how it's going to work. Now it's our time to say, sorry Virat Ji, sorry team management Ji, sorry everybody, you know what you're doing, and we back you. And Yatharth, can we now look forward? Very final words on Old Trafford. I'd love to hear. Let's hear from Veronica first. With Old Trafford, where are we at? Where's our head at? What do we need to be doing, in your opinion, going into that game?
I think the Team India's confidence will be high, but we shouldn't be overconfident. I mean, we still have one match to go to win this series, so let's take it one by one, and then let's slowly win it, and then probably we can celebrate the final victory after the series win, and that's going to be a bigger one. I don't know how Rakesh will be that time, and how the stadium would be. But then it just gives goosebumps to be there.
Yeah, you're right. This will be the one. Is it going to be 3-1? What does it take for it to be 3-1, you thought?
Well, we should not be that overconfident that we are going to thrash England, because that's what happened at Leeds, and we were, that tight slap of 78. I believe Indian might be having nightmares still now. So not be overconfident. Virat and his team did a fabulous job, whether it was the captaincy. I would be seeking upon the trawlers who were saying a word upon Virat. I will check out how are they feeling. But leaving that aspect, I think we talked about Ashwin not being playing, but I think that Virat has a strategy of going against the odds, and that might be that, save your best for the loss. It might be, we have kept all our best player for the last final match, because Ashwin might be a piece of ace. He could be a trump card for India, and he can win match maybe single-handedly, and that's what is caliber. And maybe we see some kind of changes in the batting order. Hope someone in the middle order, particularly not mentioning his name. Otherwise, if he performs, everything comes out on me. So really happy with the team performance, proud of the team as always, and not to be overconfident while going to the Manchester.
Okay, we're going to do a show straight after this show, which is going to be deciphering what Yatharth was talking about. In the middle of it must have been him. It's like clues. It's like you're like a wizard. Give a little clue. Kunal Sadaka, what does it take to win in Old Trafford?
So I think, ideally I would have preferred if we just play very safe in the next match and just target a draw, because we're winning the series anyway. Yeah. But then knowing this Team India, they are still going to go for the win, and even they might even risk a loss just to go for that win. I think I'm not really a fan of that concept, that ideology, but then I think that's what makes this test team one of the best test teams in the world right now. And if that's how we're going to win the series, I would totally love it. I mean, the chase at Gabba itself, I think it was really phenomenal, the way they chased, and it was a very risky decision, but they went for it, and it worked out well for us. So hopefully next match again, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This shouldn't happen like Leeds again. And hopefully the main issues that were being talked about have been tackled in the next match. So that might be that's what I'm really looking forward to in the next match. Yeah. Because honestly, I don't care if we draw the next match as well. I'm really fine with that. Just win the series, but then just tackle those main issues, because going into the World Test Championship final, I mean, in 2023, I know it's far too ahead, but you have to plan right now. You need to know your right players and the ones, to replace them as well.
Yeah, I guess we're going to win it by Yatharth jinxing it.
Yeah.
Kohli not winning the toss. And positivity.
We just need three things to win the match.
3 things.
Yeah,
that's the winning formula. There you go. That's the recipe right there. Didi, though, if you were India captain, if you were India management team, surely you'd want to go for the win now. You wouldn't play this game now for a draw. You got confidence in your side. You got ability in your side. We've got a great squad. We are all set up for a 3-1 at the end of this series.
Yeah, so before the test match, everyone were talking about why Ashwin was dropped and what kind of a decision is this by Virat Kohli, but he very well backed it up with winning a test match. So I think that thing is still at the bay right now. I think about the Ashwin's position, but again, Ashwin could have played a vital role in this test match as well, because we saw the ball was spinning in the 4th innings. Jaddu was spinning the ball quite well. So yes, it's quite harsh to see a player like Ashwin sit out, because when Yatharth mentioned that Ashwin is a trump card and we could get him in, I really don't believe Ashwin is a trump card. A trump card is someone like a Shardul Thakur, because he is that player. Because Ashwin is a match winner for you, and I think he has to be a part of your playing 11 in every single test match. He has to be there. But again, conditions favoring, not favoring, the coach and captain going other way and backing it up with a win like this, I think that is pretty commendable. And knowing Virat Kohli, he does not tinkers much with the winning combination. So I won't be surprised if Ashwin sets out at Manchester as well, because I really don't see Shardul Thakur going out of the test match, because even on the group I was mentioning that I really don't want Shardul Thakur to be that in-out player, to just get him in, to make him a trump card. if we don't have anyone right now, you please coming and fill the gap and play. But he has proved that he is just not a trump card. He is a player who can actually cement his place in this test match. So I don't think he is going anywhere. Talking about our batters, I'll just take the name Ajinkya Rahane. I think Vikram Rathore in the previous few days back made a statement that Ajinkya Rahane's batting form is not at all a concern for the Indian team right now. I think that statement coming out could be valid because yes, we are winning test matches, and I mean Rahane has been a player who has scored runs for the Indian team overseas. If you talk about, he has scored centuries overseas. He has runs in South Africa, New Zealand, Australia. Okay, it's a bad patch. Every player goes through this, but again, it's really not fair to blame Rahane for this because in the end, it's a captain, it's a team management who is showing faith in him. So we should just respect that. If not, maybe Vihari or Sky would come in the next test match. So keeping all those debate aside, I don't see Virat making a lot of changes. So really we're very happy with this team as well because if you see every player has performed up to the expectations. So as Kunal also mentioned that he's really happy that he would be happy that if we don't win the test match and draw, but I really don't think Virat will be happy with that. And a win would definitely mean a lot for the future of the World Test Championship as well. So fingers crossed, hope we perform the same way we perform, and exactly just let's not go on cloud nine that we won the test match by 150 odd runs and all those things. Just very less time left, just 4 days, 3 or 4 days. We are starting on the 10th of September again for test match Friday. So we don't have much time. So we just need to go out and put our best foot forward and the best team forward. And no matter who plays, who does not play, unless we are winning, I'm fine with it.
I'm just going to point out that so far we haven't done well up north. Now Leeds and Manchester, that's the north of the country. That's where the weather can be a little bit drizzly and rainy and grayer than the south of the country. But India have capitalized in the capital. So they've done the Oval and Lords, both in London. So they've smashed the capital. But can they do the big cities up north? What were you going to say, Didi?
I'm just thinking, can we just shift the 4th test match to London for some reason? Because London has become a fortress right now, right? Every time we've come into London and we have just won the test match out of nowhere. Lords, Oval. Do you have a third ground at London? There's 2 grounds.
There's a park. There's a park. The food stands on
that's reserved for players like us. So
well, funny enough, we were going to call you up. Virat was going to call you up for the squad. He's like, can you get DD there? Can you get him there? Yeah, okay, fine. He's in. And Yatharth, you need to undo the curse that's on Rahane. You need to undo the unjinxe ajinke. No, how does it?
One thing about Yatharth, I saw Yatharth's Instagram story when we were 8 down. At that time when I saw his story, he was like, okay, he was still posting about his jinxing after 8 wickets. That shows how well he backed himself, because when we were 8 wickets down, and that's a short victory there, because no way England was gonna bat for the whole session and not lose their 2 wickets. But still, Yatharth was so dedicated to his jinxing. He was so dedicated.
Yeah, you shouldn't release the paddle from the accelerator. You need to accelerate at that time.
Exactly.
That is the Virat Kohli mentality. You know, you smell blood, you go for the kill. You don't go, oh, Chal, that's okay, that'll do now. We beat them enough. Yatharth wants to finish them good and proper, and we did. Well, listen. Oh, Ranata, final word from you then. Go on.
So, Tommy Paji, when are we getting the tickets?
You haven't got it. How to check your inbox? Check your inbox right now. Check your inbox. Okay. While Ranata checks her inbox, we'll say to you guys, thank you. Thank you to all these comments. Thank you all the people for being a part of the show. We love it. We love your comments. We love your involvement. Please keep sharing your comments. And we'll be back on Friday ahead of the final test of the series, 2021, India versus England. Didi, hit me with it. Go on. What are you going to tell me? I feel a stat coming on. I feel a stat.
No stat. So I just as we are ending the show, I would just like to end the show on a very a good note. So on 10th, there is Ganesh Chaturthi starting in India. So let's just say Ganpati Bappa Moria and Mangal Murti. So, and hopefully with the blessings of Lord Ganesha coming in, hopefully we could win the test match. So it's a very good day for us to start the test match. So really hoping that it proves out to be a good team.
Everything is aligned. Everything is perfect. And actually,
because there's a ritual because every time there's an IPL match at Wankhede Stadium, before the first ball is bowled, it's a rule, it's a ritual. Ganpati Bappa Moria chant has to come out before the first ball. Not just IPL match, any India match as well. So, and that does wonders. There was a time when it was some IPL match and our stand was just Ganpati Bappa Moria, pahli wicket laukar gaya, and the wicket just falls at the first ball. It was that match where
Mumbai Indians का secret पता चल गया.
Exactly, Ganpati Bappa is. It could work for you as well. Just stop saying "Ee Sala Cup Namde" and just start saying Ganpati Bappa Moria. Maybe you would start winning.
Yeah, you never know. And also, on that note, we should say it's been a great week for Team India all round. Our Paralympians have done phenomenally well. I think the last time I saw it was 19 medals. Something like
we have crossed 20, I guess.
Oh, is it over 20? Okay, right. So many goals. It's just a phenomenal performance. It's a real nice time to be proud of our sportsmen and women across so many different fields. It's an exciting time. And I'm saying that as an Indian in England. I don't know what I am, if I'm honest.
Doesn't matter. You have to always be Dil Se Indian. Kunal, if you get it.
All I know is I like my food spicy, and when music plays, I do that. Okay, so I don't do that like an English person. I do that. So something's running in us. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you all the comments. Thank you so much, everybody. This has been the longest show we've ever done. You know why? Everybody's got something to say. I love it. Thank you, boys and girls. We'll see you on Friday morning ahead of the test. Tell your friends, spread the word. It's Fan Doosra with Bharat Army and with Dafa News. I'll catch you on Friday. Bye, guys. Well done, Team India. Woo, 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 woo.